get some predictions because we got 2 shows to predict,
Mhm.
Sarah. And with this one, Saturday night's main event on Saturday, and there's 4 matches. That's all we got.
Yep, that's it.
So let's go through them.
I think it's partially because they're gonna get some time,
Oh, they're gonna get a lot
especially
of
the
time.
cage match.
Yes, like that cage. I mean, anytime you have a specialty match like that, it's going to get some time. So, yeah, Sarah. Let's start with, in my eyes, the main event: John Cena versus R-Truth. How do we think that is going to go down?
Cena's winning.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Sarah, that's
I
so
get.
shocking.
I get that Cena has a list of guys that he wants to face on his way out, and R-Truth is one of them. And like, that's cool, whatever. But like, I just don't really care about this match, and I don't really know how they can make me care about it. Like, because first of all, it's not non-title, so that already gets you to kind of check out of it, because it's like, all right, no matter what happens, like it doesn't matter because nothing's changing. Nothing big is going to come out of this probably. And I mean, you already think, okay, Cena's winning. So like, how are they going to make that interesting? I don't know. We only have seen like two quick moments of him with R-Truth, but I'm supposed to care about this? Like, you're talking about asking me to care about something from that happened 14 years ago. That's what you want me to care about.
I can't, with like all my might, I can't pick R-Truth to win this match. Like, I'm gonna pick Cena. However, as I was looking for the card, the CBS Sports the guy wrote an article saying how on October 31st, 1989, the Genius defeated Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event. It was a non-title match that he won. And I don't know. I feel like it would be very WWE to have R-Truth win on like a roll-up or something.
And a non-title.
And it's a non-title, and then Cena just goes ballistic.
I mean, I guess.
That, like, I could see that, but that's the fan in me picking it, so.
Yeah, didn't we kind of talk about it ending in a DQ?
And Jimmy saves him?
Jimmy.
Like
Jimmy
little
Uso?
Jimmy saving
or
him?
Little Jimmy.
Could you imagine if
Jimmy
Cena?
Uso.
What if Cena? I just went full nonsense fan, but I don't care. Imagine if little Jimmy, like, they hit some music, and Cena like sells himself. I don't know. That would be hilarious. I know it's not possible, but because Jimmy Uso doesn't make sense at all.
So are you saying that Truth is winning?
No,
Oh, okay.
I can't. I really can't.
I just don't know how it would make sense afterwards. That's the thing. It also would make Cena look weak.
So, unless he goes on a rampage afterwards and kills Truth, but do we really want to see that?
No, not really.
I don't know. I love Truth. I love R-Truth. Next up, we got the cage match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I am so tired, and it's just because, I've fallen off the Damian bandwagon. But everybody's like, oh, he's getting so much praise backstage for working hurt or like in pain. Are we just ignoring what has happened to Drew against Damian? Like, okay, we don't know what is going on with Damian and what he's dealing with, whatever injury. But let's not forget that he split open his wound that he got from Punk. Damian and when they were fighting, he reopened that. Remember?
Yeah, he did. I do remember that.
He got glass in Drew's eye, and dude,
real glass.
Yeah, and he showed up with an eye patch. Like, what are we talking about? Drew has been like, it's cool, sure, give praise to Damian, but like Drew has been working through shit too. Like, it just felt really weird to me that has become this like story recently, because I'm like, Drew's been working through stuff too. I don't get it. But anyway, I feel like I'm going to get pissed off from this match, and Damian Priest is going to win, even though I don't understand why, but whatever. Because God forbid Drew won a feud. So I think it's going to be Damian, unfortunately.
I'm going to go Drew. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go Drew. I think he just kills Damian Priest, and we see him annihilate Damian Priest en route to take. No, I don't want to say taking, but competing for Jacob Fatu's U.S. title, and that is going to be the mid card feud of the summer between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Once Fatu gets out of this bloodline vortex, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm picking Drew.
Alrighty.
We got the tag match next. CM Punk and Sami Zayn taking on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker with the Wise Man in his corner.
Rollins and Braun Breaker have to win. This is their first match together. If we're supposed to take them seriously, we cannot have them taken out by Jey Uso's best buddies. Like that cannot happen right now. That would be so dumb. And that's the thing. Again, when we're talking about wins and losses and people saying debating if they mean anything, it does, because if Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker lose this, it's bad. They lose all credibility. So that's the thing, is like, wins and losses don't matter. They do, because there's no reason for Sami Zayn and CM Punk to win this. They were just coming to the aid of Jey Uso. It's like, oh, we just want to be like your best friend and like we got your back. It's like there's no stake in this for them. This isn't going to hurt them for them to lose. If anything, it can push a story further, because people still are like thinking that Sami might turn on Jey. So if he then gets his ass beat, by Seth and Braun, that could also be another layer to potentially seeing Sami turn on him. So I think there's more of a benefit for Seth and Braun to win.
Yeah, I pretty much the same sentiment, but I will add on that you need to have Seth Rollins follow through with everything that he's saying right now on television. And you need to build him up to be, we'll say, a savior of some sorts. And the best way to do it is to handle this shit going on right now between him, Punk, and Sami Zayn. And, maybe you take out Sami Zayn in this one, it leads to a more serious feud between Punk and Rollins. But at the end of the day, I just want to see Braun Breaker split someone in half. So
yeah. And I think that I mean, I still feel like this is just like a holdover feud anyway. I feel like a lot of this is going to play into what happens for Money in the Bank. So it's like, this match isn't serious. It's not for a title. It's nothing. It's basically, at this point, it's to establish credibility for Seth and Braun. And if they lose, it's like, okay, what? They're supposed to be like a force to be reckoned with, but they got taken out in their first showing. Like, that's cool.
That is cool. That would not be cool. I'm being sarcastic. Anyways, Sarah, we have 2 more matches.
No, one more.
One more. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the world.
Winning, obviously. They need to make him look like a legitimate champion.
All right, so because we both agree with this, I will pose this question. Do you see Gunther being I don't want to say involved, but do we see Gunther at all during this match?
I would love for him to be a spectator at the commentary table.
Okay.
Or even like up in the...
Even after he just beat the shit out of Pat McAfee, sits down next to him and does
maybe
commentary?
He can be like up in the club section or something. No, he could be next to commentary, not on commentary. Like he can just sit there, like well, haven't you seen... You've seen that before?
Oh no, 100%. Yeah. No. Yeah, they do that. Yeah,
I think he'll want like a front row seat, but like obviously not in the crowd. So it's like, I would love for him to be there to like apply that pressure, especially because it is 2 or 3 weeks until afterwards is it's what, 2 weeks for Money in the Bank. So like, it feels like we kind of need to be reminded again that Gunther is watching. But also, like I said, I feel like there's going to be a cash in during their match on Raw. So it feels like you need to keep hammering home that Gunther is coming for Jey and building that up to make it look like Gunther has a chance, only for it to be spoiled, obviously, by whoever cashes in. At least that's my thought process.
Could you imagine the dynamic on commentary with Gunther sitting there. Maybe, yeah, he doesn't have to be on commentary, but he has
No.
to sit next to Pat McAfee.
I love them being, like, nervous about it, like, on
That's what I'm
edge.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, could you imagine that dynamic of like they want to be, cheering or be more on Jay's side than Logan's, and every time there's an inkling of that, you have Gunther just deadpan
I
and
would
look
love it.
over. Like
Mhm.
that to me would be the show within the show
Mhm.
type of thing. So, all right, I think those are pretty good. Enough
I
dealing it
agree.
for.
It would be nice to have a women's match, but it doesn't look like there will be.
We could
So
get some sort of women's
I just don't think
interaction, though.
so. There's only a 2-hour show. So it feels like 4 matches is what it is, you know?
It is what it is, which does suck, but